Hi Floss Tube, it is very late at night. I think I'm hitting the midnight mark. Had a big day at work and I'm a bit behind on what I wanted to do. So I am dyeing my fabrics for my two chatelaines and I use Procyon dye mix. I call it the scrunch and squirt method. So I soak my fabric, I wash my fabric I should say, then I soak my fabric in soda ash. And then I just mix my dyes with water and I then scrunch my fabrics once they've soaked for up to an hour. I'll let them go longer, it makes no difference really. And then once they're scrunched together, I hold them together with rubber bands. And then I put them on a tray and I squirt with dye. I then wrap them up and then let them sit for 12 to 24 hours. As I'm going for lighter shades, I have, I've decided I only want to sit them for 12 hours and see how they show up. So I'll pause this, switch my camera around and show you what I'm up to. Okay, so doing this in my kitchen, hopefully my landlord never sees this. I have the place covered in plastic tablecloths that you get from your El Cheapo dollar shop. And these are my dyes made up, so full strength at the back with their bottles. So I've made up full strength yellow, red, magenta, jade green and turquoise. And I've been testing my colours. So that's my full strength yellow. That's my full strength magenta. I want to use the magenta on something else and I was trying to use it to make my orange, but I ended up having to make the red. This is my jade green, so that in there is my full strength, that is my lightened up strength. And these are my turquoise. So this back one is my full strength. I lightened it up and thought that was okay, then realised that was still really strong. Lightened up again, still too strong, and again. And that's what I'm going to dye with. So tonight I am doing my chatelaine fabrics. I'm going to use this turquoise, this jade green, and then I am going to use an orange I've made up, which I have not got a stick of. So this is my fabric that I've got pre-scrunched. So it's been soaked, scrunched and then wrapped in rubber bands. So basically it is a matter of squirting on the dye. The idea is to get the dye into all the little nooks and crannies. So I'm having it, usually I get used to let it cool a bit. I don't want to do that this time around. So I bought these great little baking racks and from the $2 shop again, and then I'm going to wrap them up in plastic, and because I don't want them sitting in their dye, I'm wanting more individual colours. I'm going to put them in another baking trays with the baking racks. So off I go and I'll do another short video a bit further along. Well, it wasn't as late as I thought it was, it's just gone 11, but I have my dyes all done and wrapped up and parcelled. They'll sit here for 12 hours, so that means they'll be ready for unwrapping and rinsing by the time I get home from morning tea with my mum. Hi, so my fabric has been sitting for about 14 hours now, so it took me longer to do my coffee with mum and shopping. I have some stash to show you. Stitchy related but not stitchy stash. So I'm gearing up at the tubs. I don't have cold running water at my tubs. It is basically a hot tub, the new definition. So I've had to drag in my garden hose from an outside tap. I've plastic sheeted up, seeing as I rent. All the bench top and tubs aren't porous, so that's okay. So here you go. Hi, back again. Excuse the weird hair. It is extremely hot today. It is 35 degrees Celsius, which is about 105 Fahrenheit, roughly. You can hear the aircon blasting away behind me in the background. So my fabric is all rinsed. Not exactly what I was after, but it's still very pretty and I think I'll still use it. So I will show you a bit. I did some 2 full strength pieces. Oh, crazy hair. And they are just to die for. I do love my stronger colours. I'm not a big pastels fan. Oh gosh, it is crazy, isn't it? Anyway, I'm going to turn the camera around now so we can not worry about my crazy hair. And I am going to show you my stitchy haul. So, well, stitchy related haul. So what it is I am moved my stitching spot into my bedroom because I can sit up against my bed head until I can get a couch. I went looking at couches today, but I'm undecided on one. Anyway, I'll show you what I got. This is storage ideas for my chatelaines and also just for my whip projects. So yeah, swap you around and show you what I got. So for my specialty threads, I've been watching what everyone's doing and I've noticed that people sort of do something like this with a card and they write along the top and then they put the symbol. So I'm going to do, oh sorry, a bit unfocused. I'm going to try something like that. But currently these bags are all different sizes because I was just working with what I had, playing with an idea. So I went and got 60 baggies. So from my $2 shop, I decided I'm going to color code all my insert cards so that Gloriana is one colour, my Dinky Dyes is another, Silk Weaver is another, and so forth or so forth. I couldn't remember how many different types there were, water lilies, and so I just grabbed what I thought and then threw in a couple of extras because I liked the colours. So I got these lovely cards, A5, so I should be able to get 2 cards out of each one piece, and they're a pack of 12 A5 sheets, so $3 a packet, adds up. Now this beautiful blue I'm going to use to try and make sort of like a concertina file insert for inside this box I got. So this is the box. So isn't it lovely? So it's just the right height. It's a little wide, but it should be okay. It'll allow for my concertinaing. And I want to show you inside because the inside is lovely because they continued the print inside. So I do love it when they continue the prints inside and even in the lid. Okay, so my next, it's a bit more pricey splurge, but I fell in love with it. At the moment I've got all my paperwork and bead kits and extra threads for the whips I'm working on in these bandy packets, and they slip and slide all over the floor and they're just a bit untidy. I was going to get some baskets to stand them up on their ends sort of like this so I could click through, and then I was humming and hawing, and then I saw this. Isn't it lovely? So I'll bring it out from amongst the rubbish. So there's 2 to choose from. There was this one for Audrey Hepburn, and there's a Madonna one. I just thought this was lovely. So, and it fits my stuff in like that. It's quite nicely, so I can do that, or they can also sit in that way. I've got other things I want to put in here, so I am very happy with that. So it was a bit of a splurge. So that's it. Matilda's having a bit of a sook, I don't know why. It's a bit hot, so I think she's just having time with Mum. Can't work out why I'm talking and not playing with her. So this is my full strength magenta. It's coming up brighter on my camera than it is in real life. It's all quite dark. Whereas it's coming up quite pink here. I used red as well, a few splashes of red on it, and then I also used the last of the orange, but I think the magenta has sort of overwhelmed, left over a bit of orange. So yes, that's my full strength magenta. It's just a scrap piece I had lying around. So this is my other full strength piece. I used full strength turquoise and full strength jade. This is beautiful. Now I don't know what I'll do with this piece. It's just another bit of a scrappy piece because I was a bit of a silly nong and I pulled a thread the whole length of it, thinking cutting it down to a fat quarter, not realising I had my fabric around the wrong way. So I don't know what I'll do with this one. So it's just going to be in my stash. Maybe I can fit a mermaid or two small mermaids on it or something. So, and then I don't know what I'll do down the border here. So I'll figure something out. But that is just beautiful. Love this piece. Absolutely love it. So this is my first pastel piece. So this is the piece that's the right size for my Secret Victorian Garden. I'm okay with it actually. It's not going to sit, it'll sit dead center, and then there's going to be a heap down this end and a heap down that end that won't get used. But I'm actually quite happy with the orange, the way it's come through, because it is still very sunsetty. So early evening sky. So I was really worried when I opened it up and was rinsing it, but then now that it's fully rinsed and I can see it all stretched out, I'm really quite happy with it. It's going to make for an interesting stitch and I can't wait to get started. So this is the piece for my secret garden. So this is my other pastel piece. It's the big piece for my pomarium, I suppose is how you pronounce it. So my orchard garden, or fruit garden. I think I've managed to get it pastel-y enough. So, and I've got this lovely orange. I've been playing with the orange and pink because I did the other one piece first, and this is the last piece I did, and I was happier with the orange peach colour I was going for. And it has turned out really beautiful. So I am going to hang these out to dry. Wait to hang on those easy and give them an iron. Actually, I might iron them a bit dry first. Help get, because my water wasn't really hot in my washing machine, so giving it an iron also helps. Just actually this one quite. So I am really excited. So I'll try and get this loaded up for you.